Raider Nation, what is the deal, man? Once again, it's the guy Panama Fargo back to y'all live with another episode of the Raider Rundown. And today, man, we're going to be getting into how the Raiders seem focused ahead of the Week 1 game versus Denver. A little bit of the Chandler Jones news and also what went on in practice, what Josh McDaniels was talking about with the media. So at the end of the day, man, let's go ahead and get this intro started and let's get the show cracking.
As a young guy, I had a dream that someday I would build the finest organization in professional sports.
Now, make sure you guys are tapping on that like and subscribe button, and please hit on the little notification bell so you get updated whenever I drop episodes like this one right here. But like I was saying, man, we're gonna go over how the Raiders look focused today, right ahead of the game, and we got to go over the news that happened yesterday. So let's start with the most prevalent news, which is the Chandler Jones situation. Now, no new update to give y'all about Chandler Jones, but Josh McDaniels was asked at his presser, what's going on? What the hell is the issue? And his response was, that's a personal matter. You feel what I'm saying? That's a personal matter, and we're going to keep it in-house. We're not going to really discuss it, but at the end of the day, they have talked, and from what Josh McDaniels was saying and how he sounded, it seemed like it was resolved, right? It seems like the situation is resolved. And even saying that, excuse me, while I go on my Twitter, right, so I can know what he posted, even saying that, Chandler Jones posted something right today on his Instagram, and it quotes, here we go, this is about 20 minutes ago, it quotes, when the Bible says do not lean on your own understanding, the Bible is being serious. Your heart is deceitful, your emotions fluctuate, your understanding does not see the overall big picture. God never lies, God never changes, God knows all, trust him. That's what Chandler Jones posted 20 minutes ago. And, you know, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but from what I'm hearing, from what Josh McDaniels said in his presser, if you go back, go watch that if you haven't watched that, it seems like, one, the issue has been internally dealt with, all right, and whatever the case may be, whatever came from that is going to come from that. And two, reading from what Chandler Jones is saying, it seems like he feels like he may have made a mistake. Maybe he sat there and got too over emotional. Maybe jumped the gun too quickly on some shit he thought. Like we were saying yesterday, at the end of the day, this is all speculation. We don't know shit. We have no idea what's going on behind the scenes in the building. But at the end of the day, from everything it seems, and there was a quote from Max Crosby. If you go on my Instagram, you can see it. It's the Raider Rundown 2. That is my Instagram. You go see that. Max Crosby even talked about it and said, we're all good. That's from Max Crosby lips. So from what it seems like whatever the fuck it was dealt with and internalized. Now, at the end of the day, we're probably going to hear something at some point about what's going on, because nothing this weird and bizarre just goes on in the NFL without somebody leaking something. But what I will say about this, and what I love the way this front office did, is handle the shit quiet. All right, handle the shit quiet, bro. It's fam only. Everybody in the building, no need to broadcast it. And keep this in mind, everybody that wants them to just vocalize what's going on to us, what if it was a mental health issue? That's not professional to do that to an employee. Let's talk about this, because it's a business. It's not professional for you to do that to an employee. And number two, if that's one of your closest friends, as Chandler Jones was describing Josh McDaniels, Dave Ziegler, you wouldn't do that to him either if you actually care about him. So I love the way that the coaching staff has handled what's going on right now with this situation. Is it a fuck situation? Yes, it is. But it seems that after yesterday and after today, we're not going to be really dealing about it. Now, this leads me into the main overall picture of this video. Raiders seem very, very focused right now. All right, when you're looking at Devontae giving his pressure, Jimmy giving his pressure, yeah, yesterday was a little bit weird, but I don't think it stopped. I don't think it derails progress. And that is what I want to see. Now, we come out here on Sunday and handle that business like I think we're going to handle that business. It's going to let me know this team is in a step in the right direction. Why? Because as Raider fans, how many times we seen bullshit happen and it derails us? How many times we seen bullshit come down on us And then now what looks like a promising season or what looks like something we can actually be excited about is fucked off now because of the off the field shit. I want to see this team take a step. I want to see this team, although we would love to have a drama-free offseason, can't do it right now. Can't cry over spilled milk. So at the end of the day, how is this team going to respond, bro? I want to see how this team already out the gate blocks out the noise and gets on the field and handles the business. Because I really do think that Denver, although Denver fans and everybody in Denver seem to think that it might be a renewed season, we're going to go over there and whoop that ass. And they're gonna have to look in that mirror. That's how I feel. All right. And at the end of the day, am I just saying that because I'm a Raider fan? No, I don't like their O-line. I don't like the way, you know, their offense is constructed. They have missing pieces on the offense. Even if them pieces do come back this week, they're not 100%. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we're coming full force. Now, it gets me into this. Tyree Wilson. Now, he was discussed a lot today. And as we thought, as I discussed yesterday on this channel, as we knew, he's going to get an increased role because Chandler Jones did not practice today, right? And we already knew that was going to happen. But he did not practice today. So we're looking now at Tyree for this week. You know, we'll see what happens in the future, but at least this week, we're looking at him to step up. All right. Now, you're going to have to show why you're a number 7 overall pick earlier than what we thought you were going to have to do it. You know what I mean? Like this year, as I kept discussing throughout the offseason, we were going to see flashes and we were going to see little things, right, that made you be like, all right, and not just little things, but he was going to show you some things. But at the end of the day, you had the veteran in front of him. Now, that's not the case. He's being thrust into the fire immediately, which can be a good or a bad thing. He's either going to sink or swim. You feel what I'm saying? He's either going to sink or swim. And shit, what better way than out the gate than get after Russell Wilson? What a better way. You feel what I'm saying? What a better way to welcome yourself to the NFL. Get after Russell Wilson on the other side of Max Crosby and all those other pass rushers. Now, another guy that we've talked about here, and I know other people have talked about, Malcolm Kuntz. What the fuck is he going to do? What is he going to do? From the moment he got on the Raiders, all of us had kind of seen something brewing with his talent, but it just never clicked. It's not clicking. We don't know why. We don't know what's happening. But at the end of the day, right, if this isn't the perfect time for him to put his stamp and say, this is why I need to be playing at a more increased role, a larger role. I need to be playing more. This is the time to do it. Right now, today, I mean, not today, but, you know, Sunday, at least, you know, this is the goddamn time. This is it. Because this is probably the dominoes falling in a way that he never even thought they would fall. You feel what I'm saying? Now, am I going to say he's going to start and shit? Not saying he's going to be just an all-out starter, but at the end of the day, this is a chance for him to get a larger snap role because we're going to need his pass rushing presence. We're going to need it. I mean, say what you want about Chandler, and I said what I said about Chandler, but at the end of the day, his presence alone still brings a certain factor. Now, without that, we have to lean on these young guys. We're going to see what they do. But, you know, listening to everything, the Raiders don't seem to be too out of sorts about what's going on with this Chandler Jones shit. Now, we're going to continue with the coverage on that and see what goes on. But like I said, I'm focusing on the week 1. So what's the keys for the Raiders to win? Now, we already said that the D-lines, the O-lines had to have a great game. I said that before earlier in the week. Now, it's even more prevalent that the O-line and D-lines have to play good. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They have to. And if they don't, it's going to be a hard-fought game. There is no, you know, plays off. There is no, oh, we lost that. None of that shit. There is no excuses for these two groups right there. They have to play well. All right? And that's just the pressure they're under, especially that D-line. Especially that D-line has to come out here and fuck around and have a dominant game. And to some capacity, you feel what I'm saying? They have to be flying around. They have to cause pressure. Russell Wilson cannot sit back there and pack the ball and just move around and run around like he does. You feel what I'm saying? You got to make him uncomfortable. He has to be, even if he gets to doing his mobile shit that he does, right? Because he's still a little mobile, not as mobile as he was, but he's still a little mobile. Even if he starts moving around, you can still make him uncomfortable. If you're chasing him for 4 quarters and he's always in the back of his mind saying, oh shit, like they're coming. All right, speed up the clock in his head. You feel what I'm saying? That's exactly what we have to do. And what better way to do that than getting after their O-line. They got Mike McGlinchey playing right tackle. Beautiful. Garrett Bowles playing left tackle. Beautiful. That's what I want. I want that shit right there. You feel what I'm saying? Because now it's time for Tyree to eat. We know Max gonna eat. I don't even say his name. You feel what I'm saying? Because we know what he's gonna do. We already, like I said, what's already understood don't need to be explained. We already know what he's gonna do. Now with Tyree, what perfect way to get into the NFL than to put Garrett Bowles on his ass? And we know it can happen. We know it can happen with that strength right now. And we have to work on the technique. But at the end of the day, with that raw athleticism and strength he has, it can be some work that can be done, right? So at the end of the day, the lines have to play well. Another position group that I'm going to just put a lot of pressure on, not tremendous amount, but a lot of pressure, linebackers got to play very, very well. The linebackers have to play fucking awesome on Sunday. Why? Because with all their injuries in their skill positions, they're going to come out here and run the ball. They're going to come out here and try to out-physical us because they don't have the talent, right, on the skill positions because of injury. So they're going to come out here and say, well, fuck it then. We're gonna out-physical them. We're going to punk them. Let's see what they do. We came back down, bro. Spillane, Diablo, all the other guys behind him, Masterson, you know what I mean? If he gets out there, Amari Burney, they have to play well. They have to play well. They have to come down flying and filling gaps. If they're not filling gaps and they're allowing Denver to catch some type of rhythm in the run game, it's going to be tough for us to stop them, right? It's going to be tough for us to stop them because then they're going to try to get us off guard. After that, after the run game's working and get us off guard and get Russell Wilson out of the pocket, make him more mobile, right? But at the end of the day, if we can stop that run, right, and we can harness down on that and really make the Broncos have to put the ball in the air, that's exactly their downfall right there. That's what's going to fuck them. So we need to go ahead and have a great game by Spillane, a great game by Diablo, right? In the run game, they need to feel the fuck out of these gaps, all right? Denver's run game can't get started. That's just the name of the game. So second key to victory. We already talked about the first. And these are all on defense for real. Now, we'll get more into the offensive side as the week continues, but this is all on defense. First, D-line has to play awesome, okay? The D-line has to play awesome, and now there's an even higher magnifying glass on them now because of the Chandler Jones situation. So now we're really looking at this D-line and saying, all right, bro, like, what are y'all going to do? How are you going to show us? So that's number one. Number two, linebackers have to come up and field. All right, they have to come up and field and play the run because that's exactly what Denver's going to come out here and play smash mouth football. So we have to come out here and be ready for that and be physical, be aggressive. That's exactly what I'm expecting out of this linebacker unit. So those are the two keys to victory on the defensive side of the ball. Remember, as the week continues, I will be going over more and more keys to victory. And based on what we're seeing in practice, based on what we're seeing the coaches talk about, you know, we might have a little more insight on what the game plan is to attack Denver. So make sure you got your notifications on, right? So because I'm going to be dropping every day. Now, tomorrow, as a number of you that requested. So I'm going to be going live for the Kansas City-Detroit game tomorrow, man. It's not Raider football, but like I said, we're going to talk. We're going to just look at the game, man. Just have a cool time, man. Pull up, smoke some, drink some, man. Let's watch Kansas City hopefully get their ass beat. You know, if Travis Kelce don't play, then, you know, it's definitely going to be very, very interesting to see what that offense look like. But if he does, he's not 100%. Think about that. So still interesting to see what he looks like. But every time we hear some news like this about Kelce being out or some shit like that, the Chiefs end up finding their goddamn way back to it. So it's going to be cool to see. But I'm going to be going live tomorrow for that, man. So make sure y'all pull up. Let's have a good time tomorrow. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Remember, I am a Temu referral ambassador. Make sure you're hitting the link in my description for a $100 gift card and 50 to 75% off in the Temu store. And you know I keep it authentic from the clouds to the ground on the Raider Rundown.
I need a bad bitch with an accent, serving in peace, still taxing. Just got tapped for the young cash app, moonwalking like a young Mike Jackson. Yeah, shots to the head, ride clean and still fuck feds. Realest nigga and it's on my kids, so who the fuck gon' wanna test me, bitch?